So class today we're going to be doing is 115. This is compound inequalities. Okay, so I'm going to solve one really quickly, and then I'm going to describe what I'm doing after I do it. So what I want you to do right now is just watch what I'm doing, and then we'll go through and do it together, and I'll explain it. Circle the variable, take care of the hater, multiply by 4 on both sides. We get n is less than or equal to 0 because 0 times 4 is 0, and these cancel out. On the other side, we have circle the variable, take care of the hater, subtract 2 from both sides. We get n is greater than or equal to 10. We don't flip the inequality because we're subtracting, we're not dividing. Now here comes the fun part. We have to get it so that these things are lined up the same way. They're not. So that means we have to flip one of them. So I would like to flip this one just for purposes. So I'm going to have 10 less than or equal to n. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, move this right here. That is now the answer. Now if I didn't want to do that, which, let's copy this. So this is one answer. The other way to do this is, instead of flipping the right one, I'm going to flip the left one. So I'm going to go 0 is greater than or equal to n. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it right onto this end, copy both of these, and this is also a correct answer. So what you have here is the opportunity to have two correct answers, 1 or 2. The other crazy thing is, which I'm going to make a different movie on, is you then have to graph this, which this is going to be a different assignment. You have to take the 10, it's a solid dot, so I go to 10, put a solid dot. I go to 0, put a solid dot, because the line underneath the inequality. By the way, the graphing, n is less than 0, which means it goes this way. N is greater than 10, which means it goes this way. So it points out like this. But again, that's the next assignment. I don't want you to do that just yet. Let's take a look at the next one. And I'm going to walk you through everything. What we want to do here is basically draw a line down the problem. We're splitting it into two problems. So each question is actually two problems in one. Then the next thing we're going to do is circle the variable, take care of the hater. We want to solve for x. So just do that. I subtract 9 from both sides. I get x is greater than 4. And I don't circle that because that's not my answer. Now I go on the other side, circle the variable, take care of the hater. I divide by -5. Remember, we divide or multiply by a negative number, we switch the sign. So I'm going to show you that right there. So we have x and -2. What you want to do here is, to graph this, you want to graph it when the variable is on the left side of both. So that means x is greater than 4, so we put a circle and we highlight to the right. Now just because this is pointing to the right doesn't mean this one points to the left. It could still point to the right. So this one over here is -2, an open circle, and it's less than, so we put a little arrow there and we see that we highlight this way. Now to solve this, what we want to do is we want to combine these two, which means we need to have them we need to switch one of them. I'm going to switch the x -2, so I'm going to have -2, bring this over, swap the inequality, and then move the variable. So then I'm going to take this x, take these, oh crap, I'm going to take these right here, and I'm going to move them right into here. So the x goes on top of the x, which you don't have to redraw, but I'm just showing you. The less than sign and the -2, and now this is my answer. Remember, you could solve them both ways. You could do the other way too. Both answers are acceptable. Let's do number 5 real quick. We first draw the line to split up the problem. We then circle the variable, take care of the hater, subtract 3 from both sides. We get m is less than 0. On the other side, circle the variable, take care of the hater, multiply by 6. Multiply by 6. M, since we're multiplying by a positive number, we do not switch the signs. m is greater than or equal to 6. We would then graph that, but I'm going to show you later on. And then all we do is we take this, so we have 6 goes on this side, m goes on this side, and flip the inequality. And then we bring over this red less than 0, oops, less than 0. And that's our answer. To graph it, m is greater than 6, we put this dot and go to the right. And then for m less than 0, we put a dot and go to the left. Open dot. And that's how to graph it.